Hello and welcome back to our 8-part video series on types of businesses for startups. In this series, we discuss how startup structures like sole proprietorships, partnership firms, LLPs, and companies differ based on various factors like legality, access to capital, compliance, liability of owners, taxation, and more. For this video, we have taken another crucial factor, ownership transferability. It determines the continuity of the business when the owner is not around or has left the establishment permanently. So, let's understand how ownership is transferred in such circumstances.
Ownership transfer is often overlooked when entrepreneurs opt for a business structure, but it is extremely crucial in scenarios such as business succession, sale, or expansion. If you own a company, it's important to understand how shares are being transferred and do the existing shareholders have any say in it. Similarly, for LLPs and partnership firms, you must realize how changes in partners takes place, especially when an existing partner leaves the organization. Then, you have singular structures like sole proprietorships, which are completely operated on the owner's identity. How is ownership transferred in such entities? Let's discuss one by one.
Ownership transferability in company. The provisions of ownership transferability in a company is mentioned in Section 56 of the Companies Act 2013. These are generally straightforward and convenient. The departing shareholder transfers his shares to a new investor through private placement, effected by a share transfer agreement and certificate. Within 60 days from the execution of these documents, share transfer must be intimated to the company in Form SH-4. Besides, in many private companies, the existing shareholders reserve the right to first refusal, if provided in the shareholders' agreement or articles of association. This simply means that they have the first opportunity to purchase shares before offering them to external parties. Such an arrangement protects the interests of current shareholders and restricts control within the existing ownership group. Once the process is complete, the change in ownership must be intimated to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, so that the relevant government records get updated accordingly.
Ownership transferability in LLP. Ownership transfer in an LLP is regulated by Section 28 of the LLP Act, whereas the exact procedure is mentioned in the LLP agreement. Compliance with both the law and the agreement is necessary while adding or removing partners. Additionally, the consent of all partners is also required during this process. Note that the exiting partner must settle all accounts before leaving the organization. Also, once the new partner is admitted, the LLP agreement must be amended and submitted to the Registrar of Companies, with an intimation form, for updating public records.
Ownership transferability in partnership firm. Now, let's shift our focus to partnership firms. They operate in a manner akin to LLPs but with a less rigid legal structure. When it comes to transferring ownership within these firms, it boils down to agreements and consensus. Unlike other business structures, transferring ownership in a partnership firm usually involves reaching agreements between incoming and outgoing partners. It's crucial to get the approval of all existing partners for a smooth transition as well. Besides, having clear rules on the procedures and requirements is a must.
Ownership transferability in sole proprietorship. In a sole proprietorship, the transfer of ownership is a unique process given the strong link of identity between the business and the proprietor. Unlike other business entities where ownership transfer involves agreements and consensus among partners, in a sole proprietorship, it's primarily about handing over the entire business entity, with its assets, liabilities, and goodwill, to a new owner. Finding a new owner who can take up such a huge responsibility can be a daunting task. With this, we end our discussion on ownership transferability in different business structures. To sum up, if you need a business structure with frequent and easy transfer of ownership, start a company. If flexibility in the transfer procedure is your priority, go for an LLP or a partnership firm. Lastly, if you want your business to live and die with yourself, sole proprietorship is your ideal choice. Go ahead with the best option, and if you need any consultation, call or DM us at the contact details mentioned in the description. Found this video helpful? Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more informative content ahead. Post any queries you have in the comments below. Thanks for watching.